record. And I'm just going to do the basics because we've got to spend all our time with Jackie, really. Okay. So can't move. Okay, just quickly go through the basics with tonight. 18th of January, so 18/1/18 today. Obviously, as we've already mentioned, at the conference, this year is about working together and nothing more is exempt.
Where's he gone?
What happened to Andy?
Oh dear.
I don't know. I mean, he's muted his I think I don't know if he's.
And he's trying to sort out his mic.
Andy, are you okay?
Who has a
He
squeaky
muted
voice?
himself.
Who has a squeaky voice?
That's Andy, I think.
What's happening?
That's Andy. It happened to him last time.
Yeah, I think it's Andy. It's the Smurfs.
Or the chipmunks?
What? Is there a technical problem?
It's Andrew and the chipmunks.
Hello, David.
Hello, everybody.
This happened last time with just me and Dave on, and it was so funny.
Okay, I will.
Andy,
Jackie, you have to take
someone
control
tell
of the
Jack
party.
to take control.
The chipmunk is talking.
Jackie.
Guys, can you all hear me?
Yeah, Jackie.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, what I'm going to do first of all is I'm just going to mute it, so mute everybody so that it's all quiet.
What about that noise? There is that noise, constant noise in the background. Can we get rid of that noise?
What Andy would need to do is
Okay.
make. Andy, do you know how to make me host?
I can't even make toast. Then.
Oh, there you go.
Fantastic. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to start sharing my screen, and then I can start going through my slides. If Andy's okay with that, are you all okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay. So can you see my slides there?
Yes.
Yeah.
It says online selling induction. That's the wrong one. You don't want that one. Right, just 2 seconds. Let me sort this out so that we've got the right slideshow. That'll be better. Okay, should be able to see that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic, thank you guys. Okay, so thanks very much for asking me to speak, Andy and Roger. Roger was the main part in this. So I'm just going to briefly do a little testimonial about who we are, basically, for you, so that you know a little bit about us. So it's Jackie and Stephen McCormick. We're bronze executives. We joined the business in February 2013. Go through my slides. So just a little bit about my background. I was brought up by my grandparents. I'm going to go through this quite quickly, guys, because I'm limited with the time I've got for you. I was brought up in a caravan, lived in poverty. We didn't have hardly any money at all. There was no love or nurturing, no inspiration or motivation like you have in your Clean Easy team and your family. School uniforms that I had came from lost property, because that's how bad it was. We didn't have any money at all. And I was picked on and I was bullied all through school as well. Any decent clothes that I had were given to me by my friends, or even pinched off washing lines. That's not a good impression for you at the beginning, is it? This is what my childhood was like when I was young teens. I ran away from home a few times just to kind of get away, because it was, it wasn't very nice. I used to get beaten up by my family as well. And eventually I ended up in care with foster parents. But what this kind of taught me in my childhood is I learned to keep quiet for fear of saying the wrong things. So basically, I just want to let you know I'm a very quiet and quite shy person, really, even after what we've done in the business. So that's just basically to show you that anybody can do this business, no matter what kind of background you have. All you've got to do is have that kind of faith and that belief that you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. So a little bit about before Clean Easy then. I've worked in customer services most of my working life. I've been a mystery shopper for 5 years, so that involves supermarkets, restaurants, that kind of thing, pretending to be a normal customer, but basically spying on the staff. I occasionally had a cover camera hidden. My favourite jobs were BMW and Mini test drives. They were fantastic. I loved them. But the last job that I had, I worked in EE in a call centre, and it was on the telephones, and the first 6 months were fantastic, but they changed my job completely, and I had to start taking cancellation calls from customers. So you can imagine how negative that was, with people complaining, wanting to cancel the contracts. It was really, really depressing in the end. And unfortunately something happened, and I was like that on the phone with a customer. Thankfully, I didn't scream, I didn't shout, but I did burst into tears because it was so stressed and so depressing working there. So that's my reason to get out of the job, because it was so stressful and depressing. So I had to find something else that could work for me. So I found Clean Easy, or Clean Easy found us, and I joined at the end of February 2013. And my first check was £217. So we hit 10% in the first full period, so we knew it worked, and we just carried on building our customer base. And then Stephen came on board, and he realised that, yeah, this is good, this works. So he started to find his own customers. It took a couple of months, but he did support me all the way, so which is quite good. And then eventually the penny dropped. The first kind of destination that we really wanted to go for was Adventure of the Seas. And we saw the potential. We worked together to build up more customers, and we started recruiting and building a team, and it just kept going and going, and we worked our way up the bonus levels, always aiming for gold. Even though how hard it is to get to gold to begin with, you always aim for it and you always think you're going to do it. But period 12, we weren't gold at that point, but that was our check for period 12, 1,619. And we were pushing so hard to get to Adventure of the Seas that's why we had that check there at the time. So I'm just going to go on a little bit about what we've achieved in 2014. But they say something that you have to fail your way to success. And there's a few things that we have failed on, and one of them is on here. We started the year with just one team member in 2014, and we were in 36th place for the Adventure of the Seas, and it was only the top 30 that could go. So we had to have a massive push to recruit as many people as we could to try and get on that destination. So we recruited 20 people in 30 days. And we managed to get on, I don't know what place we were, but we managed to qualify for Adventure of the Seas. I don't know if any of you qualified for trips, but that feeling when you get a call from Michael Katkar is absolutely amazing. It's so good. And I'm going to just run through some of the other things that we've achieved. We had a shift in our focus. We started to focus on the retail instead of the team building for a point, and that was just to pay for our wedding. And that was when the internet selling started, and it just kind of exploded from there. So period 10, 11 and 12 in 2014 paid for our wedding. We qualified for Jamaica. We had 300% growth, and we had 5 out of 10 goals we managed to achieve for that year. And if you think back to the beginning of the year, we had a cheque for £70, but we finished the year on a cheque of 2,781. That's a massive pay rise, if you like. You would get that kind of pay rise in a job, no matter how much effort you put in. And I'm going to go on to a little bit about 2015 and more achievements, and I'm just going to quickly go through these. We qualified for the Harry Crook Trophy, which was fantastic. It was a lovely surprise and very emotional. We got married in the February. That's our Mills and Boon photo. This is a picture of the team in Jamaica. This is the focus group there. We had a fantastic villa. You had your cook, your own chef and maid. Because it was kind of our honeymoon, they decorated the beds, the swans and towels, and they made a cake and everything. It was amazing. And then we won a car. We qualified for one of the 30-30 minis, and that was that one there. And then we broke a gold leg, and this is Dara McGarry. She was our first gold baby, and then her team started to build, and she got she went senior, and she had another lady go gold underneath her. I don't know if you saw the car go up there. That was a white BMW. We qualified for the 30-30 mini again. So what we did is we took the money instead, and that enabled me to get my white BMW. And that was something that had been on my goal board for a couple of years from all that mystery shopping of BMW test drives. I always used to drive a white BMW 116. So that's the power of like association there for you. Oh, we won another trophy as well. We won the new business one, and that was amazing. It's something that we were working towards. We were really pushing towards that one, and we did it. This is Lorraine and Rory. Now these are in Gary. So that's Dara Senior, and Lorraine and Rory went gold there. And then under Lorraine and Rory, we have Lorraine and JP, and they went gold. And then Maggie is under Lorraine and Rory, and she went gold as well last year. So that put Lorraine and Rory at a bronze. See how confusing it can get for you sometimes. But just one of my top tips that helped me change my mindset and just brought about all the success that we've had was the secret to wealth is simple, and it's to find a way to do more for others than anybody else would. So when I saw that quote the first time, I thought, right, okay, what can I do more than anybody else does? And that's how like our work ethic for the team and supporting the team came on board. So I hope that was a quick testimonial there for you. What time? We're still okay for time. That's good. So I'm going to go on to Facebook Live now, because I know that's all what you're dying to hear about this. So pens and paper ready. I'm sure that some of you've heard of Facebook Live. You may have seen some of my demos. You may have seen other people do live videos on Facebook as well. Just going to have a drink. Okay. So the reason we do Facebook Live is because there's a few reasons basically, but it is an absolutely amazing way to get customers. It's a great way to get new team members as well, and it's a brilliant way to increase your confidence. And I know it's probably very scary, the thought of actually doing a Facebook Live, but one of my top tips to give you for that would be just to kind of feel the fear and do it anyway. something that if it's something that you have to do, for example, if you were to go for an interview and you're nervous, you would just do it, wouldn't you? Because it's down to you to do a Facebook Live. It is the best thing I can say is schedule one in, tell everybody about it, and then you just got to go and do it then. That's the feel of fear and do it anyway part. But it is an awesome way to step out of your comfort zone. You know what they say about success is outside of your comfort zone. It's just getting out of your comfort zone that will kind of expand your confidence. And it's a really personal way to communicate, because if you're selling on Facebook, most of the time you just type into people, but if you're actually physically talking to them and they can see you responding to their questions, they can see your facial expressions, they can see you laughing or smiling or frowning, anything like that. It's a great way to communicate. It's very personal. But it also improves your profile ratings on Facebook. Now, at the moment, Facebook are prioritising people's posts that do Facebook Lives. You don't have to demonstrate something, but if you do Facebook Lives on your profile, more of your posts will be seen on Facebook, on your groups, your adverts, recruitment adverts, that kind of thing. So that's why lots of people are getting more involved on Facebook Live now. I'm just going to go through what Facebook Live has done for us last year, because this is amazing when I think about it. Our total retail for last year was £47,049, but 31,366 of that was from Facebook Lives. The rest is through catalogues. So we still do catalogues and we still do Facebook as well. But that's the amount that was from Facebook Lives, from generating orders, with people watching me play about with stuff on my desk. We qualified for the Directors Club through the retail side of the criteria. We also qualified for Krakow through the retail side of the criteria, and the same for Vegas as well. We've made a lot of loyal customers and friends for life, and some of the customers that come on and watch me every week, they will order from me every single time I go live. We constantly order. We have signed up several team members as well after they've watched the live demos. But what we've also been able to do is give back to the customers, because they are kind of addicted to the demos that I do now, because we have a bit of fun, we have a giggle, we have a raffle, we play bingo, and they get a free prize when they place an order as well. So giving helps you get, if that makes sense. You give to receive. But it's also increased our following, and like I said, it's created a habit for customers. So if I didn't go live on Sunday night, people would be messaging me saying, "Are you all right? Is everything okay? Are you going live?" It's they would. I'd get that all night if I didn't go live for any reason. So I'm going to go into a little bit about how I got started initially. What I'm going to say is I'm going to kind of give you advice to start slowly. You don't have to do everything that I do on my demos. To be honest, I would start slowly to begin with, to create a following and make it easy for you at the beginning, and then it kind of expands and it evolves when people see what you've got and they want to see more. So initially it was just opening one of our boxes. We opened it up from scratch just to see what was in it, because it's like Christmas when you're opening a box when you get your clean easy stuff. I don't know if you still feel like that or not, but I do. You open your box and you think, I wonder what this is. Oh, I can't wait to see this. I've not seen one of these before. But I actually get to open everything as well. It's quite exciting when you're opening everything, and they can see how excited you are. And if you like something, that kind of spreads. They can feel that, you know. They can see it on your face. I've also demonstrated a few items, just like one item at a time. I did the mineral makeover, and that was just a little demonstration that I did, just putting it on my face with a mirror, not even looking at the camera, and you could see the difference. And I got orders from that as well. That was one of the first things. The heatless curlers, now they were really good to demonstrate because it's a hair product and you can just kind of talk to people while you're putting your hair in curlers. Crisp maker, that was quite fun. Did that in the kitchen. I had another team member with me at the time, so it was different. But yeah, I sold a few of those as well. But you know, when I mentioned about giving something back, it's all about attracting people to come and watch you. So what I also started to offer was a prize draw for everybody that shared my live demo, my live video. So whenever they shared, I could make a note of it, and then every Sunday night I do a draw for everybody that shared, and they get a prize. At the moment, they get £10 to spend in the group. Now, if you're going to do this for the first time, you can just give a prize like a pair of scissors, a retail booster, ultimate peeler, knife sharpener. It's a mystery prize, and it's something for free, so they shouldn't complain about getting something for free. So after I started doing more things all at once, because we've evolved, I'm on a desk now, I'm using a webcam, but initially it was just my phone that I was holding. I'd be sat on the desk, and sat on my bed, and I'd have everything laid out on my bed, and I'd just go around picking things up off my bed and holding it in front of the phone like this. That's how basic it was, but that's how I started, and I still got lots and lots of orders from doing it like that as well. So there's nothing wrong with doing it just like that, holding your phone, or even leaning it up against something so you've got your hands free. There's nothing wrong with doing that as well. It's all evolved from having the phone, having a little case that you can stick on the wall so that you don't have to hold anything, and you can just look at the camera and do your stuff. And now I've got lighting, I've got a webcam, I've got on my desk and my workspace, I've got 2 monitors here so I can type away and see different things at the same time. But that's how it started, from the delivery box. So if you want to have a go, start with the very basics, start with a delivery box and open that up, and you can show people what you've got, and you can tell them how much things are as well. I'm going to give you some more tips about how to get prepared for it now as well. Now, this might scare you even more now, okay? Imagine you're going on telly, okay? What would you do to yourself if you were going on telly? You would make sure that you look absolutely amazing, wouldn't you? You'd do your hair, Roger. Make your hair look nice. Put your makeup on, David. You just make sure you look lovely before you go, because you want to feel good. You want to have confidence. I know you're going to be a little bit scared, but if you feel good inside, like tonight, I've gone and got dolled up. I've got my makeup on. Have you even put perfume on? You can't smell my perfume, but it's making me feel good. So that's what you're going to make yourself feel good. As if you're going out on a night out or a date or something like that, going on telly. Nice makeup, there we go, David. Tidy hair, Roger. So make sure you look and feel good. I know this is going to be difficult. It's all about being natural and being yourself. Imagine that you're just talking to your friends, and you can eventually just forget about the camera. You don't have to look at the camera. When you're actually doing this on your phone, you can see yourself on the phone when you're doing it. So if you're looking at the phone, because you look at comments as well at the same time. So have you ever sort of looked in the mirror to get the right pose and things like that, and the right smile? You can do that while you're looking at your phone.
and then you end up thinking that it's fake, the pose, and it's not natural.
Yeah. So that would be quite cool. Just you know. Pose, yeah. But the biggest thing is smile, because I know when you're nervous, you might think everything's like totally gone and everything goes blank, and you forget to smile. Especially if you're doing something, if you're typing away, it's really hard to try and smile at the same time. That is quite difficult, but smiling makes you more kind of approachable, more friendly, and it's nice, you know. And I say look behind you. Do you know why I say look behind you? never know what's behind you. Now, occasionally, I don't know about if you ladies or you men, do you walk round in your boxer shorts or anything? if there's nobody around, would you do that? And there's nobody nodding, Andy.
Yeah, probably.
Occasionally, okay, well, most of the time, he's got trousers on tonight. He's known for walking past me in just his boxer shorts, so occasionally I have to go like that and kind of shield him in, so that people can't see him. But I think my customers all know that he just walks around in his boxers all the time.
It's good that I live with girls.
So yeah, I can see lots of things that are behind you. You can see lots of things that are behind me as well. So if I had like loads of washing at the end of that settee, you'd be able to see it. So we've got a goal board behind Kez, is that right? Look, goal board. So there's goal boards, there's certificates, there's bookcases. Looks pretty good. So you can see, as long as you know what's behind you. Okay. And get your own gimmick. I don't know if anybody noticed I do that every now and again when I go. Apparently that's my gimmick, is that I didn't know I was doing it to begin with. And everybody used to say fringe check. And I had no idea I was doing it. So I was kind of spread and everybody knows me as like fringe check. It's funny. It's really funny. I didn't even know I was doing it. How are we for time, Andy? We're still okay? Okay, so think about what you're going to show. If you want to have a list of things that you want to show so that you're organised, you've got prices written down, that kind of thing. Make sure you know. I kind of wing it a lot now because my customers know me. They've been watching me for over a year now. I always say take your time as well. You don't have to rush through showing something, because hopefully you'll get responses from people. You can ask questions. There's nothing wrong in having a silence. I used to research a lot of other people doing their live demos just to see what they did and how they managed to get lots of people watching and lots of orders. And I noticed that there was nothing wrong. There was occasionally quiet periods where they didn't say anything. They were waiting for people to answer, or they just had to physically do something. But everybody waited for them. They were still all there. So don't worry about if you have any pauses or quiet times. It's absolutely fine to take your time. Ask questions, because people love to be involved. So occasionally I ask a question. It's usually something I don't know, or I might just pretend to be a bit daft. Okay, 10 minutes left. And I'll ask a question. What have you ever heard of something? And people will tell me that they've heard of it, and that creates more communication then. So people are talking to you, and you could be kind of looking up something if you wanted to, or looking at something on a book. What did I do the other day? Out with it. It was an enamel pie plate, and I said, "What would you use this for?" And then I started to get lots of suggestions, and those suggestions are really good because people think, "Oh, I can make an apple pie in that kind of thing." So it's good to ask questions and be patient as well, because there's always a little bit of a delay when you talk to when they're going to come back to you. I watched a lot of other people do their demos to learn how they got the customers and how they got their orders and how they got so many people to watch them. So a little bit about how to do this on your phone. You can choose your audience. All right, okay. You can choose your audience here. You can go public, you can go live to just your friends, you can go public live in your group by itself. If you go public on your own profile, it means that anybody can see you in the world. Okay, anybody that's got Facebook, they can see you. It's really good if you want more people to watch you and you want to find new customers. That's a really good way of doing it. You can go live in your group, and that will only be people in your group that will see it. So not everybody will get notified. So it'll probably only be a few people that get to see that to begin with. And you can just go live to just your friends if that's what you want to do as well. So you've got a few different options. And all you do is you click on the live icon, and you'll get a screen that gives you a button to say go live, and then it will count down 3, 2, 1, and then you're live. Okay, so now not everybody will see you straight away, but what I would say is just start as if they are there, because when you finish your video, they will see right from the beginning as well. So if it's very quiet for like a minute, then people might get bored and they might just not stay on. So start talking straight away. Just say hi and introduce yourself. Yeah, so about 10 seconds it takes for people to kind of start coming in and start commenting. Your friends can react with the likes and the comments, and don't be afraid to ask for likes and ask for love hearts, and it's brilliant watching them go across the screen. It's so good. There's lots of filters that you can do. You can add masks and whiskers and top hats and sunglasses, all sorts of things now when you do that on your phone. But when you're done, what you do is you click finish. This is just kind of the basics. You click finish, and if you want your demo to stay on your profile, you need to click done rather than delete after that, or post on your phone. It's just so that it stays on your profile then, so it can be shared and you can share it to other groups and that kind of thing. So some top tips then for you. Start with a small test video. If you don't want to demo anything straight away, start with something small. Go outside and video something. You can do your pets, you can video children, you can even do a live demo of, I don't know, if you see something interesting in a supermarket, or you're going on a hill walk, or you've got a nice view on a mountain, that kind of thing. You can do a live of that as well. The reason I say start with something small is just to get the experience of clicking live and then coming off it and watching comments and things like that, just to try it out first of all. Open the box in front of the camera. So I always like to have the box closed, so it takes time to open it up, and it creates anticipation because people don't know what's in the box and they're dying to know. And I got that from the pearl parties, because the pearls, people know they're going to get a pearl in there, but there's still the anticipation of the pearls being opened to see what colour it is, or if there's twins. They love it. They love it, the anticipation. That's why I say make it mysterious then. I say to people, you're going to love this. It is actually amazing. And sometimes I'll hide something under my desk to set it up, and then I'll bring it out and they'll go, wow, that's awesome. That's a good thing to do. Get your friends, your family, other halves to share the video for you. You can share into other buy and sell groups. That will get you lots more people watching. Now, you can only share if you've gone public, so you won't be able to share if you've gone into your friends or your group if it's closed. You get a lot more views if you share into the selling group. That's really good. You can even share recruitment video into job groups or network marketing groups. Once you've got a little bit more experience and you want to do your little story, have a go at sharing that and start recruiting that way. That's exciting. But have fun. We do prize draws for sharing. We play bingo. We have raffles, and we have a good giggle. We do. There's a few more screenshots out there. This is just to show you the number of views that we started off getting. Initially 7,600 views. This is one that was 13,000 views. That's 13,000 different people watching for a certain amount of time. This isn't me. This is one that I wanted to get to. This is 39,000 views. This is a lady doing a pearl party. And that's kind of a target that I wanted to get to. But the highest one that we've had is 19,000 views. So I'm just going to leave you with some sort of last slide now for you. It's basically who's going to be the next Facebook Live star. Now, like I said, I'm very quiet. I am very shy. Not got a lot of self-confidence. So there's potential out there for somebody to be absolutely amazing at this. That's got more confidence, that's got even more charisma. But take these tips and training, just have a go and see how you feel with it. You could end up making yourself famous, you never know. Okay, so I hope that's helped you. That's the end of the slideshow now, so I'm going to stop sharing. It's probably going to finish quite soon. I'm going to hand you back to the host, Andy. Where are you? There you go.
2 minutes and 30 seconds, 37 seconds.
Cool. All right, so I've made Andy host again now. Okay.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you, Jackie.
Oh, thank you very much.
Andy, we can't hear you properly.
What do you mean?
I bet that you said it doesn't matter, but at least from your lips it looked like it.
You'll have to use chat.
Oh, let's see the question.
Can't hear a thing.
It's cracking up again.
You'll have to type fast.
So if you have got any questions, I don't know if Andy wants to create a list before it finishes. The prize for us is random.org. Actually, random name generator.
What program do you random name generators? Alright. Jackie, just wanted to ask something. So you keep all the products that you receive on the box, so even if you receive like during the week, you save it for Sunday to then do the live.
It's very difficult to hear your question, Joanne.
I was saying that even if you receive the orders during the week, you save them for Sunday to open on in the live.
Yes, yes.
Because I've done live demos.
Can we stop that now? I can't hear. Can we stop that?
I'll type it, it's easier.
Okay.
Less than 1 minute. Thank you ever so much for that, Jackie.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. If you have any questions,
So we won't have to.
We'll send them to Roger for Roger to send them on to you.
yes. Okay, guys.
Oh, dear.
Thank you.